everyone, my name is Jackie and I'm finally back with another video. I started this channel pretty much a year ago and I haven't filmed anything since the start of summer because I just wasn't feeling like it, but one of my New Year resolutions is to be more active on my social media and on YouTube, so I'm hoping I will be able to do this more regularly this year. And yeah, I decided to just start with my top 18 books of 2018. These books are just in the order I read them, not how much I like them. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. So the first of my 5-star reads of 2018 was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is about 3 sisters who are kidnapped as little kids and brought to fairy where they have to survive, where they grow up and they have to survive, and it's mostly about Jude, who wants to be a knight in the fairy world and has to fight against the fairies, especially against the royalty, to get what she wants. The next book was Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This was finally another John Green book. This is about a girl who has OCD. Yeah, it's just about her trying to live with this. The next book I actually read 2 times this year. The first book, then an audiobook, because the movie came out this year. It's Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, and oh man, am I in love with this book. I'm in love with Simon, and I'm in love with Blue, and I'm in love with the book, and with the movie, despite the fact that the movie is nothing like the book, which normally annoys me greatly. But they're just both so great, and yeah, so that's why I had to read this book 2 times this year, and yeah, probably going to read it a 3rd time in 2019. Another one of my favorite reads was The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Curry. This was the first ever book included in a Fairy Loot, so I bought it in paperback, very floppy paperback, and it's a reimagining of the story of Aladdin and the Genie, and it's absolutely great. I loved it so much. Another book that was included in a Fairy Loot box before I started to buy these boxes is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This is another very great book. You can't really see the cover like this. Let's do it this way. Yeah. So I decided to buy this beautiful cover, which means I now have to wait for Muse of Nightmares until the matching cover finally comes, which is very annoying. But nonetheless, this book is fantastic. It's about a guy named Laszlo who dreams about a city named Weep, and he wants to go there, and one day he gets the chance and there's a great mystery they have to solve, and it's all very... yeah, I don't want to spoil anyone, so that's another very great book. The next book I actually got in a Fairy Loot box. It's State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. This was their anniversary book, and it's about a girl named Sorrow whose brother died the day she was born, and her mother died giving birth to her, and her father grieved from then on and practically ruined the kingdom, and now her father dies and she has to overcome this. It's a very great book. It has a beautiful cover, and I can't wait for the second one, which will come this year. The next book is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I kind of got a new liking this year for books about gay boys, so that was right up my alley. So I had to read this book. It's about Monty and his best friend and his little sister, and they're doing a tour around Europe, but of course there happens some stuff, and Monty is in love with his best friend, and it's just so cute and so fantastic. And I already have the second one, which is about the little sister, and I can't wait to read that and hopefully see more of Monty and his friend. So another of my favorites was 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is about a band of 6 thieves who have to break into the most secure building in the world. It's told from their 6 perspectives, and they're just also great. There's Cass, who's the leader, he's called Dirty Hand. Then there's Inej, who's called the Spider. And about Nina, Matthias, Jasper and Wylan, who just bring into this. They're just absolutely great. They're actually anti-heroes, I would say, and that makes them just so much more likable. It's amazing. The next book I actually read before 2018, and all the other books are first reads of 2018. But since it's a new edition and it's more about the pictures than the text, I decided to include it. It's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, illustrated by Olivia Lomenech. Gill? I don't know how to pronounce her. But these pictures are so beautiful, this artwork. It's absolutely stunning. I'm in love with it. And yeah, it's amazing, so it had to be on this list. The next book I again read 2 times. First I read it on ebook because my copy just didn't arrive in time and I couldn't wait any longer, and after it arrived I kind of read it again. So yeah, it is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas, and I'm so in love with this whole series. Wait, I have 2 copies of this book. I have 2 copies of all the books because I'm absolutely in love with the series. It's amazing, it's fantastic. I love Rhys, I love Feyre, I love the court. Yeah, I can't even tell you how much I love the series. So yeah, of course, I love this book too. It was funny, quick read. It would have been perfect if it was released around Christmas because it's just such a Christmassy read. Yeah, I loved it. So after that I got finally to read Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which of course I had also include here because oh my, the ending. I can't even, I mean, this last scene with Cass and Inej, and oh my heart, it's so amazing. It's wow, it's just wow, I love it. I'm so in love with this book. Next I reread the Throne of Glass series because Kingdom of Ash was released earlier this year. And most books it was a reread, but some of them I haven't read before, so of course I could include them in this list, which I'm doing. Starting with The Assassin's Blade. And yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to read this. I mean, I know why it took me so long because there are characters I wanted to read about and in this book, but this book is fantastic. And Sam is just so, I mean, oh my god, Sam! I'm in love with Sam. I don't know who I love more, Sam or Rowan, but they're both absolutely amazing, and oh my, this book is amazing and it had me in tears in the end. The next book is another Fairy Loot book. It's Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. This is about a girl named Kate whose father was a traitor, so now she's called Traitor Kate, and she lives in a very dangerous world where she can't travel at night through the city and between the cities because there are these dragons who attack her. But then the dragons suddenly attack at daytime and she saves the prince who was her friend when they were children before she became Traitor Kate. So yeah, and then of course they have to fight for the kingdom, and the same as always in this book, but still it was made very great. I love this book, I love this cover, especially with the spray edges, it's amazing. Next is another Throne of Glass novel, this time it's Power of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. This again was something I didn't want to read for a long time because it didn't contain my favorite characters. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Chaol, but he never was one of my favorites. But this book is amazing and I absolutely love Irene and I love the new royals, and yeah, it's great. So, and next we finally reach Kingdom of Ash, and oh my goodness, was I couldn't stop reading, yeah? If you remember how the last one ended, I mean, oh my, I couldn't put it down until the last cliffhanger was resolved, and then I couldn't put it down because of this, because I was so afraid someone of them would die, and it couldn't be that they died, and then yeah, and oh my, it's amazing. It's very big, but it's so great. So the next book I read recently, it was another Fairy Loot, and it's Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I'm normally not much of a sci-fi reader, but this book was absolutely amazing. Fairy Lou described it as How to Train Your Dragon with spaceships, with a sassy talking spaceship, which is amazing. And it's about a girl named Spencer whose father was a pilot, but he was a coward. He fled. So she is a coward's daughter and they don't want to let her fly, but she manages to get into flight school nonetheless and tries to stay there, tries to get to be a pilot to help protect her people against the Krell, which are their alien enemies. And yeah, I like it a lot. It was funny and it was just great. Now to book number 18, which is actually a whole series, we have Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I read 6 volumes this year and they're just so amazing. It's about those 2 people and her baby. Their planets are at war with each other, but they too fell in love, and so they got married and then they got a baby. And said baby is the one who narrates the whole story when she's older, and it's just about the universe actually trying to kill them and them trying to survive and having problems sometimes, but they're great, they're amazing, they have me on the edge of my seat regularly. And yeah, there are only 3 more volumes for me to read. I hope there will be more soon so that I don't have to wait for too long. But yeah, and I love the artwork. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at it. Yeah. So that were my favorite 18 plus books of 2018. I actually wanted to make top 10, but I couldn't decide with some of them, so now they're 18 and I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with what I read. Despite the fact that I didn't read as much as I wanted to. When 2018 started, I still read 120 books, which is okay. Especially considering how much fanfiction I read in between. If I could count that, I would probably be about 200 books or something like that. I went a little crazy sometimes in between, so yeah. But yeah, that's all the books. All my favorite books of 2018. Let me know down below what were your favorite books. Have you read some of them that I read? How did you like it? Yeah, hopefully I will manage to film more regularly. And then I'll see you in my next video. Bye!